What's up, y'all? This is the truth behind the beef between Lil Wayne and Baby or Birdman, whatever you want to call him today. Now, when Lil Wayne re-signed with Cash Money Records, and he was supposed to be the boss of the company, there was Wayne's supposed to get paid set amount of money when they restructured the company, and when they did like father, like son, because the whole unit was gone. He had nobody but Wayne at the time, so they were starting anew. So they were like, we gonna just build this with Wayne and Birdman gonna be the artist. Even what's his name left, Manny Fresh. And this is what it was going to be now. So like father, like son laid the foundation. Stunting like my daddy and all that stuff. And they were doing pretty good, for themselves. Restructuring and rebuilding Cash Money into the new modern day era. Wayne became one of the hottest artists around, building his own brand outside of Cash Money with Miami artists, New York artists, any artist they want. Anything they put Lil Wayne on, he killed. Like any feature and all this stuff and mixtape, everybody had to get Wayne, and Wayne would get on there and kill it. So Wayne's name was out there, something vicious. And then the Carter One came and did all the things that it done and opened the door, because there was major conflict before the Carter dropped back in 2005 too, where he was a little antsy about leaving. He wasn't happy. So when they restructured his deal back in '05 and they worked things out, here we go. Wayne's remaining and everything's in good rotation. So they had the Carter, one, two. Two didn't really do what they thought it was going to do, but the Carter One was in heavy rotation. Everybody had it, and it was an album that when it first came out, nobody really had a buzz for it. It had like zero buzz, and then it picked up late once people was like, man, that Lil Wayne Carter hit hard. And everybody started going back to the Carter, because I forgot it came out and dropped with another CD, and then I bought both. But we played the other CD first, and Wayne, we kind of played a little bit of it. Then we went back and started listening to more and more and more Wayne. And then once the Carter 2 came out, it really didn't have the same type of buzz as one, and it was heavily bootlegged. And Wayne was very upset about that happening. And he kind of didn't even want to go into a Carter 3. He started releasing mixtapes because he didn't like the way the Carter 2 was handled. So when they was trying to like, hey, where's the Carter 3? It was pushed to the side a lot. And he was doing all this, so to make him happy, they brought in a lot of collaborative artists to help Lil Wayne formulate songs. To make hit records, because he's a good freestyler, and he can come up with some lines and do all these things here and have his writers do all these things, but to make it into a song, to formulate Lil Wayne's raps into song format, he needed structure. He needed somebody who's writers to come in, like Babyface, for Comfortable. That's a song. You know, you can go back and play comfortable right now, and it'll be good. You know, the officer, like the cop car. You know, it had to be structured around a format to where he could be played over and over again. But the Carter 3 will go down as a great accomplishment for Lil Wayne, definitely, but for hip hop at that time. And everything was good. Here's where the problems started to come in at: finances. Because now this is taking off. Lil Wayne has recruited a lot of the artists that's in there, and Cash Money is supposed to only get a third of what, you know, Young Money artists have, and the rest goes to Wayne and what he's doing to pay for the rest of his artists. That's the way the structured deal was. They just supposed to get their third off the deal, and that's that. You know, they agreed to these terms. And in 2012, Lil Wayne was, again, like, look, I'm ready to leave because this ain't right. I should be getting paid more money. And what do you know? They go ahead and restructure a deal to give him a $150 million contract. And it was supposed to be for 4 years. So Lil Wayne owes them 4 albums. That was the deal. And the way the deal is structured now with them, I don't see how he's gonna be able to like move. You know, it's like, you gotta do this album. And that was like a deal that they gave him in the contract with certain concessions on getting him advance money for Cash Money. Like, he's supposed to get like somewhere from $8 to $10 million in advance money per album. You know, and that's really unheard of for a Lil Wayne album. Definitely to get that kind of money in advance for your future projects. So, I mean, at the time, it's a great thing, but here's the thing. When your record company is facing unpaid taxes, you got all this stuff you've been buying, your projects haven't been selling like they usually have been selling before. You know, the structure and it's just the climate of what the record industry is right now. And the problem of it being is that you're looking at a situation where other artists are making money. And it's not just you anymore. Rich Gang coming in here, they doing their thing. You know, as far as the group of collective artists. Young Thug is not signed to Cash Money Records. You know, Baby is friends with him and he do an association, but he's not signed to that situation. He's a little smarter business-wise than what Wayne was doing. And seeing what's happening with Wayne is like, whoa. It's a good lesson for him because he's learning from it. So what's happening here is Birdman is upset because he owes all this money. And in 2012, Lil Wayne was going to sign with Jay-Z. And that was the deal. And Baby, when Jay-Z was like, yeah, you know, let's go ahead and discuss this and do it, then Baby was going to sue him for trying to tamper with Lil Wayne. But now, with this dispute, seeing like this lawsuit, this $50 million lawsuit or whatever he got with Lil Wayne, he's willing to just sell Lil Wayne's contract out to Jay-Z just to be done with the situation, and that way he can deal with the tax problems he got. You know, now that part of it is just rumor, but he does have tax issues that they gotta pay. They gotta pay the back taxes. So whether he sells out to Jay-Z or not, or somebody else want to get him, that's fine. And at this point, what's going to happen with Drake? What's going to happen with Nicki? That's the issue. That's the biggest issue because Drake and Nicki Minaj right now are worth more than Lil Wayne. And I'm going to tell you that right now. They have surpassed him as far as stardom. So those are two artists baby cannot afford to lose. Those are breadwinners. And this is somebody, Drake, who don't fit none of the stereotypical things that everybody else is doing. You know, he's a square, he's a nerd, he's not on the picture with guns. He don't have tats all over his face. You know, Nicki is sex everything, but she can MC. She can write her raps. She can do a lot of things too, you know, but she's an image. She's been in movies now on the screen, you know, and I mean, this is a personality you can't afford to lose. So the Young Money dispute and the money that they was getting off Drake and Nicki, you know, Drake in the end is going to be a business about it and get about his money and be like, look, I want to know what's going on with my money. Somebody's going to have to pay Drake in the end. You know, he ain't going to do nothing for free. So in the end, he's going to have a lot of protection on his side out here. You know, him being associated with James Prince. They make sure Drake will be getting his money. And right now, that's just exactly where it is right now. You know, the situation is what Baby's going to do. Will this thing come to court where they got to start opening up paperwork? Or will they just settle out with Lil Wayne? And why aren't they releasing that last record? That's the bigger question. Why he's holding on to Lil Wayne's last record. So it's a lot of stuff going on. Lil Wayne was not paid his advance money, which was breach of contract too for the record. He got artists that he's supposed to pay that, you know, Cash Money came through. So it's a bad situation. And I have to tell you the story chopped up because that's how it is. It's chopped up right now. The story is chopped up in pieces. You know, this little bit happened here. You know, Drake got his own thing now where his management is suing, if not suing, but trying to force Baby to open some paperwork up to show paid monies in certain situations to make sure that they're getting their money. I'm quite sure Nicki will be following suit next. You know, and everybody like, oh, they gonna roll with Wayne. That's Wayne, they guy. I'm like, look, they gonna stay out of it because they financial future depends on it. And you don't want your financial future to be tied to Lil Wayne at all. He's somebody who has been known for getting screwed over his entire rap career. He came in the game at like 11 years old. So what did he ever know? You know, when the person that's supposed to be handling y'all business is served up all the damn time. You know, tats all over the goddamn thing. I don't want to sit down with him and discuss my money. No matter how smart he may be. I will feel safe, and at this point, you build and established yourself as your own entity. You know, Drake don't have to have Lil Wayne on his songs. You know, Nicki has reached a point she don't need Drake or Lil Wayne on her songs. They can stand out as solo artists. And Birdman is trying to build things with Rich Homie Quan and all these guys, but a lot of people are very hesitant with signing with him. You know, they just like, we cool with Baby, but we ain't signed. So, all this is a big, gigantic mess. With multiple lawsuits are going to be coming out next. You know, you might see a counter lawsuit come in because Wayne ain't doing what he's supposed to do and this and that. And Wayne did what he's supposed to do. He turned in his album. He didn't get paid his advance money. So he's a little upset about that. So we'll see what happens, man. I mean, Birdman and them might be in some trouble for back taxes. And that's probably what's one of the reasons, mismanagement of funds. And they probably had to hide some money for a while because they can't afford to show what they did with certain monies. So, you know, who knows? A lot of this is on the table. Always happens in every business, not just hip-hop. But I'm out.